Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Ryan Nordahl here, Epic Whitetail Habitat LLC. Today we're out on the proving grounds, and today we're going to talk about and address oak wilt here on the property. It's here. What is oak wilt? Well, oak wilt is caused by a fungus, and what it initially does, or what it does, is it shuts down the way, well, it shuts down the xylem and phloem in the trunk of the tree. Or in other words, it shuts down the flow of water in the trunk of the tree. And what you'll see, especially in the summertime when there's foliage out, you'll see these oak trees, and it mostly affects the red oak, especially here on this property. We have a huge stand of red oak throughout the entire property. And what you'll initially see is the leaves in the summertime start to turn like almost a gray wilt. They'll wilt, and it'll work from the top of the tree down, and eventually you'll see it in the trunk of the tree. You'll see black, bark peeling and black spots, in that cambium outside layer of wood underneath the bark. So we've got some issue here on our property. I'm going to try to show you an example. I mean, here's an oak right here. This small oak right here, you can see how the bark is starting to peel off. It's starting to affect. You can see the top is starting to go out of it. There's a few others around here. You can see this other one right beside it starting to get affected. This is the time of year that we want to be addressing it. We're cutting these trees down, chunking them up for firewood. And, before you do anything, if you're in a forest management plan like this particular property is, which I don't much care for, but it's family property, and I am not the power of attorney of what goes on this property as far as forest management and being in charge of the MFL plan. My own property and the family farm are not in a forest management plan. I've got nothing against it because I realized why it was done on this property. It was done to help reduce the taxes, but we're limited to what we can and cannot do per the forester and per the forestry plan. It does not put a damper in my hinge cutting efforts here in bedding areas and managing those bedding areas. Because we worked with a forester that understands deer habitat. It's all about who you work with and what they do and do not understand about deer management, habitat management. You can find the right ones out there. So there's nothing wrong with it. Again, I understand why it was done on this property. I don't own this property solely myself. My father is the power of attorney on it, and he has the say, and I can't blame him for doing what he is doing. But we're going to start addressing some of this oak wilt in here, getting these trees down and getting them the heck out of here. And hopefully we can slow the spread of oak wilt here in the coming years. So we've been doing it. It's basically been a never-ending battle ever since I can remember. We've done logging on here. It's been over 20 years since our last logging project on this property, and we're due for it again here coming up. But we're going to start taking out some of these dead ones, get them on the ground, get them chunked up, and they burn real well for firewood. So my brother still burns firewood, so he can always use it. So doing like I'm doing here today, addressing this oak wilt issue, is just one of the many chores that you can do here in the month of February going into March. We're even getting into a little bit of bedding area. I got a bedding area off to the north behind me. We were even in there a little bit, opening up some trails, just so it wasn't so closed in. And plus there were some deadfalls in there from this fall. We had some high winds this fall, and we had some damage, storm damage, I guess you could say. We wanted to clean that up, address that a little bit. I didn't show it here in the video. I wish I woulda, but that's okay. We got a couple trees cut here with oak wilt right in this area. We're gonna chunk it up here and be done for the day. Good little 2 hours. I think I run about a tank and a half through the saw. So it feels good to be out here, even though it's not ideal for doing any hinge cutting. It is about 20 degrees here in Wisconsin. It's going to be a lot colder tomorrow. It's only supposed to be like single digits tomorrow. So I was glad to get out here today, get something done. We'll be spending the afternoon in the office tomorrow. So looking forward to that, really, get some work done in the office. And I'm happy with what I got accomplished today. Thanks for coming along. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Stay safe out there. God bless you all. Keep living the dream. Thank you.